An email from one of
If
the
anything, have you done for your GED?
And what I did for it,
What have you done?
Welcome back, Tommy Channel, where real cases reveal real lessons. Today, we're diving into a courtroom moment that starts with excuses, twists through education and accountability, and ends with a shocking car seizure that leaves a defendant praying for a miracle. From GED struggles to towing nightmares, this hearing has it all: emotion, irony, and truth, bombs from a no-nonsense Texas judge. Stick around, because by the end, you'll see how one judge balances justice with humanity and how one man's plea turns into a masterclass in legal reality.
I went to a class and then I tried to go yesterday. They canceled it, and he also.
You went the day before court.
And I also went before.
Judge. She's been going. She's been going before even the last court date, and we
Prove it.
I can text you.
In this life, you are only as good as the proof that you don't have. If you don't have proof, you have nothing. Spoken word means absolutely nothing.
Judge, the instructor, I got an email from him that she sent me saying that she's been going to the classes and that class was canceled on the 4th yesterday. But she did, attempt to go to the class. So she's been going. She did already take a test, and this is one where she did fail the first test. So she's been working on it. It's not enough.
I mean, here we are. How many resets have we had? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 resets since
This right here, that line, spoken word means absolutely nothing, might be one of the most powerful statements you'll ever hear in court. The judge is laying down a timeless principle. In law, emotion doesn't win cases, evidence does. No matter how sincere you sound, if you don't bring proof, you're just bringing a story. And in this courtroom, stories don't outweigh facts. What do you think? Should judges be more lenient with defendants trying to improve their lives? Or is tough love the only way to teach accountability?
since May. You're now in December. You have had 5 to 6 months. Show me the money. Otherwise, it's not going to go well for you today, Ms. Dixon. Show me. 5 to 6 months.
And Judge, this was a case where she was paying for the classes, and then she had to then enroll into the free program, which she's been doing for the last.
Show me the money. And that's not a joke here. The judge is frustrated after 11 resets since May. That's 6 months of promises without progress. In the justice system, patience has limits. Judges see hundreds of excuses every month, and when deadlines keep slipping, they start asking for proof of action, not intention. This isn't about money literally. It's about results. The judge wants to see effort backed by receipts. Would you give this defendant another chance, or say enough is enough?
A little bit.
Are you playing Candy Crush? What's going on over there?
I'm trying to text you.
Texting who?
The instructor. Like, what I'm supposed to show you? Because I don't have no proof. Like, I don't have nothing.
Tell me what have you done?
I went to the class.
Okay. Which class did you go
The
to?
GED resource.
Okay. And because the way I understand it, there are different modules that you do. You do science, you do language arts, you do math, you do and whatever else it may be. You go through each section, you complete it, take a test, and then when you're done with everything, you take an overall test, and then you get a diploma.
That's not.
What have you done?
basically explaining on how everything's going to go, and I was going to finish everything else Wednesday when I was going to go, but the class was canceled.
Who is the provider that you have?
His name is
Grab me a phone number because I'd like to call them right now.
I have a number for you, Judge.
And go ahead and put this on.
Oh, yeah. Charles Jackson.
And there it is, the classic courtroom moment. The judge catches the defendant fiddling on her phone and boom, instant tension. You can hear the irritation in his tone. Courtroom etiquette is no joke. Judges expect total focus, especially when your future is being decided. This one moment perfectly captures how small actions, like texting, can send the wrong message. To a judge, it says, "I don't take this seriously." Would you have called her out like that or let it slide?
Mr. Jackson? Yes, my name is David Plecher. I'm a judge here in Harris County. And I have someone that's with me in our court, and she's doing a program with you guys to try to get a GED. I'd like to confirm that's Coriel Dixon. So Wednesday and Thursday, and then did you say every other Saturday?
Now this is what separates good judges from great ones. Instead of taking her word, the judge decides to verify the truth, right there in real time. He's picking up the phone, calling the GED provider himself. That's not just authority, that's transparency. Moments like this show how real justice is about facts, not feelings. And it also tells the defendant, "I'll help you, but only if you're honest with me." This kind of accountability can change lives.
Okay. And then, so how does it work as far as getting the diploma? Do you do different classes as far as science, math, and how do you at the end get it? Can I put you, I have her in front of me. Can I put you on speakerphone so that she can hear this as well? Do you mind? Okay, hold on. Sir? I've got him. Okay,
Hello?
Mr. Jackson?
Order in the court, please.
Okay, tell me, how goes it?
So, yeah, it's kind of twofold. They take an assessment. Based on that assessment, allows me to know where the student is as far as their grade level in math and in reading. Based on that, they go on 2 tracks. And so one track is like a basic education where we're just literally working on kind of some elementary reading and math skills.
Okay.
Or a GED track where they're ready for GED contests. And so, yeah, and I usually just, go from there. I work with my GED students individually. And
how long does the process take? And how long can we expect it?
what? So that's honestly kind of a loaded question. Depends on where they fall. I believe Coriel scored pretty well.
Great.
So yeah, and I've worked with people that have gotten the GED in 3 weeks. I worked with people that have gotten the GED in 2 years.
Oh, yeah. I can't do 3 years. That's too much.
Well,
I know, I'm kidding.
No, I understand that.
She's been faithfully attending though. Yay or nay?
Yes.
Okay, great.
And with some consistency, 3 to 4 months, maybe less.
That sounds great.
That's just me ballparking.
I'd like to stick with it because I think at the end of the game, our goal here is that she ends with that diploma. And I think that would be a win for everybody. I'm calling.
Finally, a moment of relief. The instructor confirms she's been attending classes, and the judge softens. This shows how far honesty and effort can go in the courtroom. When defendants prove they're trying, judges notice. That's the balance of justice. Firm when needed, but fair when earned. If she stays on track, she's just months away from a GED and a fresh start. A real win story in the making. Would you say the judge was too hard on her at first, or exactly what she needed?
Basically, I'm calling you. I want to make sure that everything's going well, that she's attending, faithfully attending and doing well. And it sounds like you're saying that this is what's been happening.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so I'm just going to continue everything. Just continue to go, Miss Dixon. I mean, you got, like what he's saying, if you continue at it 2 to 3 months, you'll end up with your diploma. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson. I really appreciate your help. You've been great.
No problem, Judge. You take
Okay.
care.
You too. Thank you, sir. Bye. Great. Good job. Just keep at it. Okay. So let's set it 30 days. I want to ride this through. You're so close to being through. All you got to do is see it to the end, and then everything great will happen for you here as well. Okay. All right. Good job. All right. Good morning, sir.
Thank you for seeing me, Judge.
Of course.
Come before you. I don't really know what I'm doing. I just know that I came before you and I was from out of state. You tried to help me, and I was kind of telling you that it was going to be dismissed anyway. I was here 9 days. They shipped me to Arkansas for 30 minutes. It was all done. Set to be dismissed on the 9th. However, the police that stopped me had my car towed and put a card in my property. And so my car was sitting there the whole time. And so I had to find my way back to Houston. Since I've been having Uber back and forth to try to, and I couldn't get my car. It was $540, now it's $1,400. They said, look, you got 4 days, sir, and we're gonna auction off your car. But then they said, if the judge you went before, if he gives you an order, we will release your car, zero balance. Again, Judge,
I can't give you an order to give you your car back. That would be me, in essence, ordering a company that does business to lose money to give you your car back because you don't want to pay to get the car back.
I don't want them to lose money. The thing is, my car was towed erroneously. I was at home. That's why I want to show you the police report. I was at home.
You need to file a complaint with the police, internal affairs. If you're telling me that something was done illegally, immorally, or whatnot, you need to file paperwork with that appropriate agency. But I cannot order a private company to return something to you. I don't have that kind of jurisdiction.
What do they mean if you get a judge's order and we release it?
Maybe a civil judge's order. I'm a criminal court judge. The only time I can ever order any kind of...
Now the courtroom takes a sharp turn, from education to desperation. This man's story is heartbreaking and messy. His car was towed while he was locked up, and now the bills ballooned to over $1,400. But here's where legal boundaries matter. The judge can't just order a private towing company to release the car. That would overstep his jurisdiction, meaning his legal authority. It's a perfect example of how justice isn't always about fairness. Sometimes it's about what the law actually allows. Should the system offer more protection for people caught in situations like this?
The kind of property return would be if it's confiscated by the state and they're holding it. So let's say you get arrested, you get pulled over, and you have a gun on you, right? They take your gun and they put it in the HPD property room, right? In that respect, under certain circumstances, I may be able to order them to return it because it's in the care, custody, and control of the state via HPD. Here, your car was towed by a private company and they're holding it, and it sucks. I get it that the bill has ballooned as much as it has. If you ever have a problem, you can always file a complaint with the bail bond, not the bail bond board, but there is a actual board for, there's a towing board too,
There
isn't
is,
there?
I'm looking at it, yes.
It's a towing regulation. It's
There's
There's a
a,
request for a hearing, but I'm reading that it's got to be before the 14th day after the vehicle was removed, is that you have to submit a tow request. The forms are all here. It's 50.
and maybe the fact, right, maybe the fact that you're in custody may toll. I don't know. But I'm not versed on that kind of, and I'm not, number one, number two, I'm not allowed to even give legal advice, but I don't know. But I can't order them to give you your car back. You know, that would literally be me telling them, hey, man, you know, just forget about all the money that you've made by holding the car. Just give the man his property back. I can't do that. I don't have the jurisdiction. Maybe a civil court under certain circumstances may order it back, but you'd have to file a lawsuit. You'd have to file some kind of paperwork.
Okay, all right, well, I'm gonna pray for a miracle.
What I would do, perhaps, can you get on a payment plan with them and say, hey, look,
Tried that. They zero tolerance. I mean, honestly, I
and I have
think,
to understand, because imagine how many times they've probably gotten yanked,
who knows?
you know?
I wish.
But theoretically, even if I were to give you a court order now, they'd have to, my guess would, they would hire a lawyer, file a motion to quash my order, saying that, hey, he doesn't have the proper jurisdiction to do this, right? And then they may come after you for attorney's fees.
My manager's like, hey, man, if you give it to her, I'll release your car to you. He understood what happened. He said, man, just bring me something. I'll release it to you. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go try.
And you know, a lot of times they say stuff just to get you out, you know, but I can't. I'm sorry. But like I said, perhaps if you talk with the owner, you may be able to negotiate something with them. If you talk with if you talk with someone who has no power to negotiate, you always, if you talk to the right person, if you talk to them at the right time, you may get what you want. So don't go to them at 4 o'clock in the afternoon because they've been working, they're tired, they've probably dealt with a lot of people. All they want to do is go home, but go there first thing in the morning, try to get to the owner and say, hey, look, here's my circumstance. Here's the proof. Work with me. I want my car back. And I don't know, what do you think? Anything else, Freya?
No, I'll help him out with the tow lot information, and I also have got a copy of HPD's agreement with.
And that's the reality of courtroom justice. From GED commitments to towing nightmares, this session showed us both sides of the bench, compassion and limits. The first case ended in hope, proof that persistence pays off. The second, a reminder that the law doesn't bend for emotions, even when it feels unfair. In the end, the judge's job isn't to make everyone happy. It's to uphold accountability, truth, and law. So, what do you think? Did the judge make the right calls today? If you found this case as fascinating as we did, hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real-life courtroom breakdowns, only on my YT channel.
With private tow lots, so that maybe that can help him.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But, you never know. It doesn't hurt to try. So just keep trying it.
I'm praying for this.
Yeah, look.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, shh. All right, good morning, Mr. Cordova. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. It's a Class A misdemeanor. You're looking at up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. Looks like they're going to reduce it to a first. You need to understand that it's still 2 on your record now. So after today, bless you. You ever get pulled over with the faintest smell of alcohol, dope, whatever it may be, what do you think's going to happen? What's going to happen? Not with me. From now on, you've now graduated to felony court. 2 and 2 make 3. A third DWI, you're looking at a third-degree felony, a minimum of 2 years in prison, a maximum of 10 years in prison. And I'm going to tell you that you don't have to be falling down piss-ass drunk where you urinated and puke everywhere. Just the faintest smell of alcohol. They're going to look your record. They're going to assume if it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, they're going to just rather take you off the street. They're not going to try to be cool and let you go. What happens if you kill a family of 5? That officer's career down the toilet. So in an effort to make sure that doesn't happen, they're just going to take you off the street. And you thought now was bad. Wait till you get to felony court. All you have to do is don't get into a car, even if you've had a sip. One button on a phone, $30 will take you wherever you want to go in this life. Don't matter where you want to go. How much money have you spent? I want you to know that you are now skirting, by doing this probation here, the mandatory 5 days in jail that you would normally be having to do. But I want you to understand that I'm going to hold you to